Are you fucking kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So the UFC announces Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. The third fight, people. It's going to happen August 15th. Next fucking month. You see, do you realize how good of a fight this is? I'm hyped up for this fight already. The third fight, the first two fights were awesome. The second fight was a thriller. Now it's a third fight. We don't even know when Anthony Joshua and Cormier are going to fight. We still don't even know that. They still haven't confirmed a date to that. Because this so-called pandemic, they have to push the fight back, right? So far back that they still cannot announce the date of that fight. We don't even know the date of Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder because this pandemic, right? That they just keep telling us, oh, maybe November, maybe December. Meanwhile, these last 2 months, the UFC has been putting on all these quality fights, and now they announce this magnificent fight. This is what I'm talking about. The UFC puts out these amazing fights, yet boxing, they can't get Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. They can't get Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Meanwhile, the UFC has Daniel Cormier fighting Stipe Miocic for the third fucking time. The UFC had Jorge Masvidal, a guy that just last year made a massive name for himself, and UFC fans were asking him, were saying he deserves a title shot, and what happens? Instantaneously, this guy gets a title shot against Kamaru Usman. But we still can't get Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. We still can't get Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Fucking the UFC even got Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury in the UFC game. It's like the UFC's even trolling Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury because they got them in the new UFC 4 game. Which means, guess what, guys? We could finally get Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury in a fucking UFC fight. In a fucking UFC game. Oh. Because you know, when I get that game, the UFC 4, you know I'm going to be playing as Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury to finally fucking fight each other. That's how it is in boxing, is you have to hope. You have to hope and pray and fantasize. And the only way you could actually get two fights that you really want to see in a division happen is if you fucking play it in a game. Not in the UFC. They make those fights happen real quick. I'm hyped up for this fight. This is a great fight. Both of these guys got a win over each other. The first fight, Daniel Cormier knocked out Stipe Miocic, or Miocic, however you pronounce his name. The second fight, and he became the heavyweight champion of the world, by the way, undisputed. The second fight, Stipe Miocic knocked out Daniel Cormier, and he became the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So this is a fight, a third fight, a trilogy fight against two guys who both have a win over each other. They both have a win over each other, and they both have a loss over each other. This is a great fucking fight. Somebody's getting knocked out, because every time Daniel Cormier faces off against Stipe Miocic, somebody gets knocked out. Somebody always gets knocked out. This is why I love the UFC, guys. I'm so happy for this fight.